Alright. So a histogram is really similar to a bar graph, but here's the difference. With a bar graph, we're talking about discrete data. We're talking about, favorite subject, math, or math, or math, blah. Maybe phys or math. Okay, maybe LA, sciences, whatever. But right, it's only certain options. Histogram is talking about like how many are in this certain bucket.
Yeah.
How many are in this certain bucket? So instead of saying it's just like how many people are 0, how many are 1, how many are 2, how many are 3, how many are 4. And it's just like this bucket is anyone from 0 to 19. All of you in here are in this age group.
No.
Even though Ethan's like as old as the hills.
Sure.
Maybe not quite. But right, compared to some of you, there's actually a big discrepancy. But still, you're all in this 0 to 19 category. And then me, as you know, I'm nice and young and hip. I'm somewhere in this 20 to 39 category. Maybe I'm on the lower end. Maybe I'm like 20, 21, something like that. Or maybe actually I'm a little bit later. Right? Maybe I'm more like at the end of that. Doesn't matter. I'm just on 20 to 39. And you'll notice, if you do like a government survey, it'll actually usually say which age category you fit in. It's because they're going to set a histogram. They're going to say, out of people who are in this age group, here's how the answer is. Okay, then 40 to 59, 60 to 79, and this survey assumes there's no one older than 79. Okay, that seems unlikely. So let's see. People who visited the library by age group. Also, it's usually this or group while someone else is talking. Okay. I suspect that what's happening here is different among this group and this group, maybe. What's the most common age of people at the library here? Do you think that matches the Highlands Library?
Nope.
No. What would be the most common age group there?
0 to 19.
14 to
yeah. 7 to 12? Okay, how many people were between 60 and 79 at the library? Take a look here. I go here exactly. I look across. Look across. Oh yeah, it's right between 2 and 4. There were 3. How many people between the ages of, okay, now let's notice here, between the ages of 20 and 59. Okay, it's both of these together. So it's 6 plus 11. There are 17 people between the ages of 20 and 59 at the library at that point in time. Okay. So see how I just combined this bar plus this bar on this histogram? One thing you'll notice that's different in general about a histogram versus a bar graph. In general, a histogram, you will see the bars kind of right beside each other. It's like they're stacked right next to each other. Usually in a bar graph, you won't do that. Usually you'll separate them. It's to show that this is data in which is like 0 to 19, and then kind of this is just the next chunk. It's like, right next to it. Whereas with bar graph, we're trying to say separate categories, separate pieces of information, versus, different discrete data. Okay, how about this histogram here? This is the test mark distribution. This was my Math 20-3 class, exam marks for the finals last year. Maybe not. Actually, to be honest with you, I had a combo class last year in 10-3, 20-3. They did extremely well. Only one student not get the credits for 20-3 last year. So very, very well done. It's very doable. But take a look here. Test mark distribution. Maybe take a minute here. Should we see if you can do this? See this stuff. We won't go over it. Try it yourself. See if you can interpret this. Sal's back. Now the party can start. One thing you'll notice as you're starting working on this, right, Isaac, is I've tried to show that a few of these, you're including more than one bar together, right? Some of them are just a certain category, but some of them are more than that. This will be easier for you if you're on the right page. I know I'm extremely perceptive, eh? Amazing stuff.
Very visible.
Right, Sonny? You enjoying it?
Page 36. Yeah, where's your paper?
Initials, any
Yeah.
Coming out late today? Yeah. Okay, here's the chatter starting up that makes me think either you're done or you're not doing it anyways. So looking here, how many students doing 80 and 89? That's just a simple look at this one category. This one category I go across on this line, okay, it's 10. Now this next one's a little less simple. How many are below 60? So that's saying everything under 60. So that's saying this one plus this one plus this one. Sometimes when you make a histogram, your bar graph will have labels, and in a case like this may be helpful. So like this bar was 4, this bar was 8, this bar was 13. So how many were below 60? Well, 13 plus 8 plus 4, that's 25 students. 4 plus 8 plus 13. Okay, then how about this? How many passed the exam? Well, that's everything 50 and above. Yeah, nice. So that's 13 plus 18 plus 23 plus 10 plus 3. 67, right?
Oh, 67?
31, 54, 64, yeah, 67.
Okay.
And then how many in total? I actually found this is like a bit of a trick. For a lot of people, it's like, oh, well, this one's this chunk, this one's this chunk, so I add them all together. That would work except for both of these, below 60 and above 50. Both of these include this category. So you gotta be careful, it's not just this plus this. It's add them all up, which ends up being 67 plus 12.
Which is 79.
That's exactly right. 67 plus 12, which is 71 students in total. Cool? Good. Well, we're not going to go into circle graphs today. I will talk to you about them just for a second before I let you guys go, though. Let's cut the recording here. I'm getting